Welcome to another episode of TaxProTalk or
Hashtag
TPT. I'm Jim.
I'm Robbie.
And today we're going to be talking about staffing.
Oh, that's a big one, Jim.
It is a big one. You know, as we have gone around the country visiting with firms in your offices, bringing you into Intuit and talking to you, we always ask, hey, what is the biggest challenge that you're facing? And overwhelmingly, the universal response that comes back to us from you is?
Staffing.
Yeah.
100%.
Yeah. And it's not a new problem, but I think with this year's really challenging tax season,
That's true.
it has become more acute. So it's the same problem that has been out there for a decade, but it's much more acute now because everybody went through a pretty challenging tax season this year. When you talk about staffing as a challenge, what are we hearing from customers, Robbie?
Some of the things that we're hearing are finding the right staff seems to be a problem with enough qualification. Finding the right staff for different processes that firms are adopting. Getting millennials and young people interested in our profession seems to be a challenge. Those are really the top three. Do you know of any others, Jim?
Yeah, I think the younger folks tend not to want to work as many hours. So you get the seniors, the partners and the managers that are working 60 plus hours a week. And that's just not a work-life balance the younger generation is willing to invest in. They are willing to trade more time for money, and they want a better work-life balance. Another thing we hear from the millennials is they want more purpose in life. They don't just want to prepare tax returns. They don't want to be stuck in a cubicle with a bunch of files and manual processes and data entry. They want to make a difference.
For sure.
This generation is passionate about having purpose in their life and making a difference with clients, which is all great news for traditional firms who are struggling to update their processes, really embrace technology, move into the future.
So Jim, tell me, how does data entry support that new model?
Millennials grew up in a generation where they didn't have paper. They aren't used to software or installing software. They're not really even used to doing data entry. Everything has come to them through the cloud, through their devices of choice. And you know, they're very adept at absorbing technology, using it incredibly well to automate tons of tedious manual tasks that our traditional firms just wouldn't even think about automating.
How about that?
So they can be a great asset in terms of helping firms adopt new processes, especially moving to the cloud. And I think our boomer generation, our partners, our managers have great financial expertise. And so when you combine those with these young people who have a lot of enthusiasm, who want to engage with small businesses and make a difference, it's a perfect formula to start conducting monthly business reviews.
That's excellent, Jim. So it sounds like expertise with automation is the formula for success.
Yeah, and that's what leading firms are doing. And so, Robbie, we're seeing a lot of leading firms out there, more and more. What are some of the things that they're doing to make a difference?
Well, some things they're allowing, like never before, is work from home. It gives people to work in more of an on-demand type relationship with the business, which is pretty new.
Yeah.
Some other things they're doing is they're reaching out into the community to find ways that they can be most effective with their time as far as giving back, contributions, being a part of something bigger than just compliance.
Yeah. That's awesome. Yeah. And definitely when you move to the cloud for accounting and things, that would be more like QBO. But then there are also hosting options that can allow folks to do tax from home. Or if you're losing a key employee, maybe relocating, moving across the country, it's a great way to retain them, hang on to them, and keep them as part of your office. So those are some really good stats. And we've got some new offerings around hosting this year, don't we?
That is true.
We've had a lot of requests in the past to host our desktop software, Lacerte Pro Series, and this year we do have an offering that if you want to outsource those servers, get out of the IT business, you can give us a call and we can help you with hosting those desktop applications.
I think this is a good segue, Jim, into the differences between a hosted application and maybe something more cloud-focused with an integration connection to apps.
So our newer firms that are starting out, new to the world firms, tend to embrace the cloud. whether those are small businesses or tax and accounting firms. We find 8 out of 10 new firms are embracing the cloud. And that gives them competitive advantage because there's no IT work. It's faster to set up, it's easier, it's cheaper. There are a lot of advantages to data integration,
Absolutely.
absorbing things like W-2s into the return. And so newer firms tend to adopt ProConnect Tax Online, which is the oldest cloud-based tax application that's out there. We still love Pro Series and Lacerte. It'll be around forever.
Absolutely.
And many of our firms want to hang on to that. So hosting gives them kind of a way to move that up to the cloud where they don't have to manage the IT, manage the updates. And that was challenging this year, but still be able to access it remotely, access it on different devices, allow folks across the country to be able to tap into their workflow. So Robbie, what are some other ways that firms can learn about the cloud, learn best practices, maybe kind of help move them forward?
Absolutely. So this year, most importantly, is QuickBooks Connect. And my recommendation is to bring several people from your office, bring your tribe to QuickBooks Connect, get plugged in, learn how to use these features and functionalities to your benefit, learn from other firms who've already taken the steps ahead of you, who are already in the cloud and who are maximizing those efficiencies and automation. Get connected, start networking. It's an awesome opportunity.
Yeah, it's a great way to learn best practices. And again, if you want to solve the staffing problem, you're going to have to make adjustments in your workflow, your processes, the way your staff engages. And QuickBooks Connect is a great opportunity to really go deep, meet with other peers, and make a huge difference quickly.
Absolutely. And if you don't know already, the very first day is dedicated to accountants.
Yes, yeah. And by the way, we also bring in small businesses. We bring in third-party ecosystem players that help. And you begin to get a taste for just how much work can be automated. It is phenomenal. So check that out. Every year we do it about early November. Awesome conference. See you there. Thank you for watching Tax Pro Talk, brought to you by Intuit Pro Connect for tax and accounting professionals.
Thank you all for watching Tax Pro Talk.
TPT out.
All right.